Welcome to EF Pod English. Brought to you by EF Education First and English Town. Learn anytime, anywhere. Pod English Elementary 32, Planning a Trip. In this lesson, we're going to talk about how to make comparisons in English using superlatives. Expressions like the biggest or the best. Today's movie is about vacations.
So I went there
Eddie
and asked them,
Christina is helping him choose where
on the best food ever, most comfortable hotel, right? Just 3 things.
Before we watch the movie, we'll look at some new words. Package tour. Resort. These are 2 different kinds of vacations. Package tours are cheap vacations. When you buy a package tour, it often includes your flight and your hotel. A resort is a place where you go for your vacation. A tight budget. This means you don't have much money to spend. Does Eddie want a cheap or expensive vacation? Let's watch the movie.
Hi, Christina. What took you so long?
I got you some travel brochures. Wanna look?
Brilliant, thanks. Did you get some for Greece?
I got you a whole range. Everything from the cheapest package tour to the most expensive resort.
Wow, you've got loads of them. Where's this place with the gorgeous beach?
That's in the Canary Islands. It's supposed to be one of the cleanest and most beautiful beaches, but it's super expensive.
I want a pretty tight budget. Where would you go?
Well, I like diving, so I'd go to the place with the best water and sea life. You don't dive, do you?
Nah, I prefer lazing by the beach with a good book. And I like a place with a good nightlife.
Well, Ibiza is perfect for you then. It's easily the busiest place for nightlife. But the beaches are some of the most crowded in Europe. Don't you mind?
Not really. My friend Charlie's been all over Europe, and he told me that he had the most fun in Ibiza. Plus, the other tourists were some of the friendliest he'd met.
So, you want to go to Ibiza then?
It sounds like the most exciting place for a holiday. But let's check out some more brochures before I decide.
Eddie wants a cheap holiday. He's on a tight budget. Luckily, Christina has lots of different kinds of travel brochures.
I got you a whole range. Everything from the cheapest package tour to the most expensive resort.
The cheapest package tour. We add est onto the adjective to make the superlative, cheapest. The superlative is used when you compare more than 2 things. But if the adjective is long, like expensive, we use most before the adjective. Most expensive. Let's look at another example from the movie.
Well, Ibiza is perfect for you then. It's easily the busiest place for nightlife. But the beaches are some of the most crowded in Europe.
It's the busiest place for nightlife. But the beaches are some of the most crowded in Europe. Most crowded. This is a longer adjective, so we use most before it.
Yeah, the beach was okay, nice, clean. But it was the most crowded beach ever.
When the adjective ends in a Y, we add IEST. Busy, busiest. Happy, happiest. Friendly, friendliest.
So that's why I ended up buying the most expensive backpack and accessories for hiking. The problem is that I hurt myself. That's me.
Now it's your turn. Use the adjective to make the superlative. Eddie is on a tight budget. He chose the cheapest vacation. Fill in both these gaps with the adjectives. Ibiza is the busiest place for nightlife, but the beaches are the most crowded in Europe. Well done! You should be able to make comparisons using superlatives now. It's one of the most common expressions in English. Ibiza is the busiest place for nightlife. The beaches are the most crowded in Europe. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Join us again soon. Bye!
It was the worst vacation ever.